story behind this blush. What internal or external storm might God be sending into your life? Hello, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. Getting ready to head out and go grocery shopping on errands. Getting a late start today. We slept in until like 9 a.m. and it is now noon. I am in a super comfy little outfit. This faux leather jacket is faux fur lined and old from like American Eagle. Neutral black turtleneck, scarf, both from Amazon. My Levi's I can't get enough of. Old clutch. I'll see if I can find it. I think it's, yes, it's Vince Camuto. My nice little Nikes again. Love these. We just got back from grocery shopping. Fortunately, it was really quick and efficient. We're doing like a sheet pan chicken fajitas for 2 of the nights and then a lamb stew, like an Irish lamb stew for 2 of the nights. So got that taken care of. I think we're gonna go grab some sushi for lunch and then run some errands. What else is on the agenda, hun?
That need new shoes.
Oh yeah, and then I got Sam some moccasins, like some slippers for Christmas, and they're already falling apart. So I returned those and went ahead and sprung for some LL Bean ones. So I did an order pickup and we're gonna go pick those up. I do have some returns at the mall if we wanna just make it happen. I don't know. We'll see how we feel. But that's what's on the agenda. Tomorrow, Sam's back at work and I am going to push myself to launch back into it as well, despite the fact that I've been very lazy and lethargic, struggling to get moving. I hate to call it burnout, but it has felt that way. I don't know if it counts as burnout when it's like that week between Christmas and New Year's though, or if it's just normal. Here they are. Tell us your thoughts.
Comfy, cozy, snug.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Good morning. Happy Monday, friends. Boy. It is 9 a.m., 8:58. I worked from bed a little bit this morning. I put together a post of PhD student affirmations for a new year, which I sincerely needed just as much as I'm sure many of us need. So I just got that posted, and then I had to fill out a survey for my university as part of my graduation requirements. I've been approved for graduation for February conferral, and then I'll walk in May, but they, I guess, send this out only in December. I fortunately saw the email in my Tufts email and finished that today. It took like around 45 minutes or so. Got that taken care of, and I'm about to put on just a little bit of makeup. I wanted to say something. I was wrong. I made a mistake. And in my gift guide slash Few of My Favorite Things video, I talked about calendula, went on and on about how great it is, which it is, but I kept saying it's the calendula gel that we use, and it's actually the calendula ointment. I ordered the gel myself thinking this is what I usually get and realized that we usually use the ointment. So I just wanted to give that disclaimer. I should probably go back to that video and maybe like make that disclaimer in the caption where I've linked it for you. There's nothing wrong with the gel though. I actually am trying out something today. I went ahead and put a little bit of it under my eyes. It's a really very watery formula, whereas the ointment is like more of a, gosh, I don't know, creamy texture, I guess you could say. This one is definitely a lot more water-based. So I am trying something out, putting it under my eyes. I've been very dry around here lately. I went ahead and let it dry down. It's not tacky or anything like that. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. In today's video, I really want to focus on the topic of motivation. I find that I kind of always end up making a video like this and talking about this right around the new year. Motivation is something that's really important and also something that can be really challenging. Sometimes I think we see stuff on social media where it's like everyone seems so motivated with their New Year's resolutions, and there's kind of just like this cultural incentive that you should do all these things at the start of the new year. And it can be really challenging because many of us are probably really tired from the holidays. I know I am myself. I want to touch on that in today's video because I have admittedly been struggling. Christmas Eve was the 1-year anniversary since my dad's passing. The way that I'm feeling is kind of similar to how I felt shortly after his passing. So I think it's kind of just like another wave of that. I also shared a story on Instagram saying that I've just been like feeling lazier than ever lately. And one of you responded and said that it's like the post-defense kind of slowdown. And you're probably right. It probably is the fact that I'm finally coming out of that phase. I know a lot of people talk about discipline, and I do think discipline is important, but for me, inspiration has always been really key in motivating me. In this video, I'm going to talk about things that I do to kind of try and inspire and motivate myself, particularly when I am struggling. And I will say the first thing, of course, is having grace with yourself. And I have given myself some time throughout the holidays here to slow down and just do like a lot of reading for pleasure and things like that. I know that I'll feel better if I kind of get into a little bit more of a routine. So I'm making very small efforts at that today, beginning with just putting on a little bit of makeup and helping myself feel a little bit more put together. Tends to really help me feel more motivated. Okay. So that is all of that rambling. I'm just going to throw on a little bit of face powder, and then I do have a new blush and a new lip liner that I've been using, which I wanted to share with you. Oh, before I do that, I need to put on some concealer. Goodness me. I am tired and I look it, but I'll let this dry down a second and go get myself a cup of tea, and then I will come back and we'll finish up. Okay. Sam got me a loose leaf tea kettle for Christmas. I've done tea bags for years now, and I exclusively drink tea. So I've been wanting that for a while. So that's what he got me for Christmas. I've been doing it out of like a little teacup instead of a mug. I've actually really enjoyed the change. I was like apprehensive at first about the change, but I've really been enjoying it. My mother-in-law got me this teacup for like my bridal shower in November. Every winter here in Boston, I suffer from the lack of sun, and I just ordered like a vitamin D supplement in the mail. I intentionally just got a vitamin D so that I could see if I actually noticed the difference as compared to like taking a general multivitamin. I wanted to see what the effect of vitamin D was specifically. That's probably the scientist in me.
As you may already know, another thing I take daily is Armor Colostrum. It has over 400 functional research-backed nutrients, helps support health, vitality, hair, and skin, and I just do one dry scoop each day.
I also did a hormone test with a company that I trust. It was like a mail-in test, and they check hormones to see if maybe there's anything going on with thyroid and stuff like that, which does run in my family, so we will see how that comes back as well. This is more rambly than I anticipated. I worked on a study throughout my PhD that went on for many years, like 4 years or something. We submitted the manuscript back in the fall, and it got a revision. And I honestly haven't even really read the letter yet from the editor, but I know it's due in February, I believe, like early February or something. I want to start to address that. It was kind of one of my goals to work on over this quote unquote break. This is one of the new things I'm using. It's a lip liner from Lancome. I have had this in a different shade, and I think they discontinued it. I honestly think that they've discontinued this formula. I think they came out with new formula. So I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but I went ahead and picked it up anyway from Nordstrom. It's $3.26 Natural Mauve, and I think this is the closest lip liner I've ever had to my lip color. Just gonna wipe off. This isn't the color I usually wear. This is Insatiable from Tom Ford, which I think was also discontinued. I'll just tap it on. But I usually go in with Tom Ford Spanish Pink. It's like my everyday. Pitiful, really. I have another one. Last but not least, what I'm most excited to share is this new blush that I got. It's Terracotta Blush. Is this from Guerlain? Yes, it's from Guerlain, made in France. This is in 00 Nude Claire Nude Light. And okay, so story behind this blush. This is what it looks like. You can see it's definitely a lot more neutral than blushes that I usually wear. For context, my favorite blush ever is the Physicians Formula Natural Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. And this is amazing. Like, if you just want a beautiful blush for the cheek, highly recommend. And honestly, not a bad kind of compliment to this. Difference being that this one is completely matte and this does have a little bit of shimmer. Okay. So years ago, I tried out the blush that Joanna Gaines wears and Martha Stewart wears. Can't remember exactly what it's called right now. I bought it for my sister-in-law as well. She has a really beautiful, deeper skin tone than me. When I tried it, it just, unfortunately, I was too fair and it did not work out. But I was thinking that this would be a good alternative for me, and it has been. It kind of serves that same purpose. So when I put it on, it's not like it's super pigmented. Like, you can't really tell, but that's sort of the purpose, is that it just looks like this really, really natural flush, and I've really been enjoying it. This also smells incredible. I usually try to avoid scented products. This smells so beautiful. It reminds me of like a clean lotion, like clean out of the shower lotion smell. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. This is the only brush I've tried putting it on with. This is old, what is this from? Makeup Forever 158. I don't know if they still make this. But you can see it kind of starts to build up, and it's just such a beautiful color, and I can put it like all over the face as well, just to really bring that color everywhere and connect it. I find that it like settles really beautifully throughout the day, and yeah, you can kind of build it up. Love it. I spray a little bit of this linen spray in the morning and the evenings. Lavender and chamomile linen mist, and it's from the same company that makes my tinted moisturizer that I wear every day. Keeps things fresh. I am cozy in my office, just sitting down at the computer. The second thing that I do that I find helps with my motivation, particularly when I'm struggling, is some sort of kind of spiritual work in the morning. This could be just like a simple goal setting. I've shared in the past how I lay out like a goal sheet. It could also be doing like some sort of a devotional. I have 2 devotionals that I read on my phone in the morning. For a couple of years now, I have done this practice where I read those devotionals the very first thing in the morning before I go on social media or anything like that. Check my email. But I picked this up as well recently. It's Emotionally Healthy Spirituality Day by Day, a 40-day journey with the Daily Office. This is something that I plan to try out as we move into this new year. So it has like something for you to do in the morning and something in the evening. And it starts with 2 minutes of silence and stillness, and then it has a scripture reading. After the scripture reading, it has a devotional, a question to consider, a prayer, and you conclude with 2 minutes of silence. So for today, the question to consider in the morning is, what internal or external storm might God be sending into your life as a sign that something is not right spiritually? I'm going to reflect on that this morning as I get started with work. So thankful for this. We are well into the afternoon. It's almost 3 p.m. I have made some progress today. I reviewed all the comments from the editors. I saved several articles that I plan to read and integrate information from into the introduction of the manuscript. I went through and made notes to myself and read specifically where I think I can integrate different types of information in the manuscript. And then I emailed my advisor to set up a meeting so we could talk about some of reviewer number 2's comments and just how we think we should best respond to some of those remarks. I am feeling very tired. I think I'm going to stop so that I don't get overwhelmed or feel bogged down. Just trying to feel good about myself with the progress that I made today. I want to get the chicken marinating for tonight. We're doing a sheet pan fajita. Marinated chicken going in the fridge. I'm gonna enjoy my cup of tea and relax for a bit. And then later when Sam is home, I'll prep the veggies and we will have that for dinner.